butter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. I didn't know that. Are we recording? This is episode 24.
Episode 24.
You got me? I got it?
You said you got it right.
Would I be able to take off the headphones mid-interview? Or is okay, all right.
Whatever you want.
Okay.
You're an extract artist.
I am an actor.
That means you can do what you want.
Okay.
Children of the
Ladies and
trenches.
gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to... Well, not boys and girls, not this episode.
Not this episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 24th episode of the Children of the Trenches podcast with your hosts, Anthony Finesse Hess.
And Javion, the Professor Cardinal.
And today we have the co-founder of Hurtz Extract, cannabis extract artist. What's your name, dog?
Austin.
Austin. And
Yes,
as you know, everybody knows that a lot of states or a lot of different states, they're legalizing marijuana. The cannabis industry is upcoming to be. It's already $1 billion industry, right?
Oh yeah.
It's $1 billion industry. Cannabis could be like the new gold mine. We might be like a new what is it? What was it? The gold rush called? It's the green rush nowadays. You feel me? I feel like yeah. I feel like with cannabis, it's a new industry that everybody has the opportunity to get into, and then we kind of wanted to bring someone on that was in the industry that knew a little bit about the different processes and about making extracts. That's what I learned today, and that's my boy Austin here. We actually went to high school together.
Yes, we did.
And found him on social media. We found each other on social media. Was chatting it up a little bit and just looking through his page. So before we get into the process, I'll say of the extracts and everything like that, I just first wanted to thank you for coming on, and I wanted to ask you just exactly what did you do after high school that led you up to becoming a cannabis extract artist. That's a dope title.
There you go. Well said. And what really got me interested, I've been interested in the cannabis industry prior to Hess and I meeting.
Yeah.
But what led me into it to just jump knees deep, it was the extract itself. I fell in love with hash oil. Yeah. And that happened because after results of one extraction, I played with the consistency of it, and I realized that it was so sticky, and viscous that it wouldn't even fall if you were to turn it upside down. Mm-hmm. And that really made me fall in love alone. Just the sight of seeing my chemistry, take place in the physical world. Yeah. Yeah.
So I understand that you went to school to become a cannabis extract artist.
Well, not exactly, because there's no such, title.
Yeah. You made that title.
Well, it's a known title.
Yeah,
in the
okay.
industry, yeah.
Okay, that's dope.
It's just no course for it.
Right.
Okay.
There's no let's say major,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what I took was organic chemistry and fluid mechanics.
Organic chemistry and fluid mechanics.
There you go.
Okay.
And I combined the two.
And that pretty much organic chemistry and fluid mechanics, right?
Right.
That pretty much taught you just flower. What did that teach you?
It taught me really temperatures, yeah, and the subtlety of plant matter and organic chemistry.
Okay.
It's very subtle. And the fluid mechanical part would be because we use water when we extract a lot.
Yeah.
So a big, attention, and curiosity goes to the atmosphere of your fluid conditions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, temperatures.
Okay, so that's really what it's all about is the right temperatures and everything.
Sub-zero.
Okay.
We do supercritical extractions.
So you said, I remember when we first walked in, you said you guys go from the seed to the flower, right?
Seed to oil,
Seed to oil.
Seed to oil.
Okay,
Right.
seed to oil. My bad.
That's
Seed to oil. So pretty much exactly what is the process? What exactly are you doing to turn the seed to an oil?
Well, first you gotta, cultivate the seed and germinate it and all that. But
that's like plant it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then
That's plant it.
there you go. And like we all know.
I'm gonna dumb it down for y'all right now because I'm a chemist myself. Yeah, I'm a chemist. I didn't tell you.
No, you didn't.
I'm a chemist myself. Okay.
Man, that's crazy.
So I'm gonna dumb down everything he said. I'm gonna dumb down for y'all right now. All right.
That's
so first you
crazy.
plant it, right? You plant it. Step one.
Every
Keep going,
guest,
bro.
with
I got you.
Every guest with a certain profession has, is
I'm multifaceted. Go ahead.
Versatility.
Okay.
Versatile. I'm versatile. Like Kodak.
So it's pretty simple. We go from seed to germination to
Plant.
vegetation.
Grow.
Yeah. And from vegetation, we head on over to pre-flower.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then post-flower, which would be the bud that everybody
bud's
knows
coming out.
as.
Exactly.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that.
Right.
So bud is what step of it?
Is the flower stage.
The flower
right
stage,
after
okay.
pre-flower.
Okay.
Pre-flower.
And then once you have the flower jumping off, then you really, well, for extracts artists like myself, we really lean towards resin production.
Resin production.
Yeah, and the whole crystal-based structure that you were talking about. And that's the vital compounds and cannabinoids you're looking for, especially in extracts and hashish. So as a extraction artist, we really push the grower to lean towards resin production so that we have the best product end result.
Yeah. Okay. So you strictly deal with the chemistry process. You don't grow it.
Well, I
Or you
do-
grow it as well.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
that's more of my personal cultivation of it. But as far as business goes, we lean towards just extractions and
Just extraction.
the science part.
Okay.
Now, what's the distinctive factor between not so much of a best selling product and the best selling product?
Wholesaling.
You could say wholesaling in a way because, but it's also quality that
Quality.
matters, and you really want to set yourself apart from the competition.
Yeah.
Okay, without you don't have to get into depth of it, but what makes it? What makes the quantity?
Quality.
Or quality. My bad. What makes the quality?
Does that count as a stutter?
It doesn't.
Ding.
It
Okay.
doesn't. It doesn't
Keep
count
going.
as a stutter.
Keep
Anyway,
going.
but no,
What makes
makes
quality?
what makes the quality different? What chemical or
You want me to answer this, or you want to answer it?
I've got it. So, like I said earlier, we pride ourselves on organic chemistry,
Right.
and what the competition's putting out is really not organic.
Yeah.
They have a lot of salt-based extractions on the market right now, and that's not really good for us. So what we pride ourselves on is the whole organic stability compounds that are found in our plant matter.
So the problem is that when you say that a lot of the competition isn't organic, they have a lot of different chemicals, a lot of different things that's pretty much not really healthy or not really good for the
Yeah.
flower.
Yeah,
and
precisely.
Precisely.
It'll make it produce, but it's not healthy for
It's
it.
not healthy. It's
And-
not good for the flower.
and is a result of that it being potent,
Extremely.
extremely potent.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So it's starting to make sense. So instead of it, what is potency a word? Potency.
Potency is
Potency
a word. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna make you spell it, but it is a word.
Potency.
Yeah.
Potency.
He has a degree.
Shut up, man.
I'm feeling it though. I feel like I'm in the game.
Bitch, I'm in the game.
I'm out here selling
but so-
extracts.
So
Y'all hiring?
No, not currently.
My prior knowledge to it, a lot of people they would thrive for it to be more the potency of it, the more potent, the more success or top selling it is. What is your counter to that? Like instead of it being potent, just more organic.
Well, I totally condone the whole potency thing. I'm not really big on capping THC. But I do prefer the medicinal side of it, and it's not just THC you're looking for when you smoke the product. You want to absorb as many cannabinoids as you can. CBGs, CBDs, all types of different cannabinoids are available to you with the plant when you grow it organically. Yeah.
Go ahead. You got something else?
Well, when you grow it with all these chemicals that we spoke about earlier, you're missing out on a lot of those cannabinoids, and it's medicine. People forget that. It's not just recreation.
Right. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be medicine.
Yeah.
But another concern. I remember when marijuana first got legalized, and they were saying they're going to start selling it in different stores and stuff. Pretty much, in order to sell it in all different stores, it would have to be mass produced, right? And I figured, pretty much, like just the government or just the way that America's set up, they're gonna find a way to grow it faster with different chemicals and stuff like that. That's most likely not going to be healthy for the consumer who actually consume it. Is that kind of accurate, or is that
No,
the,
that's definitely accurate.
So the chemicals they put in there, it grows it faster. Is that, or what chemicals?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about production with them, and with that profiteer mindset, you really could miss out on a lot of healing benefits if you're, in favor of the consumer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're all about profit, they don't really care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're not smoking the product.
Now, at Hurtz Extract, you guys only use organic, so that means that do you guys have, or like the extract that you sell, is it for medicinal, like the CBD oils? Is that including in some of you guys' products?
Yeah, we carry CBD isolate. Yes.
Now, like us being athletes, do you recommend like CBD oils for athletes, or just any, like, what do you recommend exactly CBD oils for?
I recommend CBD oils for everybody, but athletes do stand apart from people because they put a lot of wear and tear on their muscles and stuff like that. So CBD oil would really benefit you guys.
So, just like, what exactly is CBD? Because we all always hear about CBD products, but I honestly, I know it comes from marijuana, but I don't even really know what exactly. I know you said it's a cannabinoid.
Cannabinoid.
It's a cannabinoid. It's a cannabinoid.
Yeah.
We're not even gonna ask him to spell that.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, it's one of the first structures that they've isolated from the cannabis plant, which is CBD, and I think it was by Israeli scientists that discovered it. And when they funded it back in the 90s, I believe. Yeah, and CBD is cannabinoid, and what it does is it attaches to the CB1 and CB2 receptors. And the CB1 receptor would be in the brain, I believe, and CBD2 would be in your intestine.
Okay.
So once you activate those receptors, it's easier for your body to assimilate the medical benefits that cannabis has to offer. You know, so what I'd recommend for an athlete is to get his CBD system activated before he starts to consume cannabis products.
What do you mean by CBD system?
The CB receptors 1 and 2.
Okay.
But to activate those, you would use CBD products such as like a tincture. You know.
What's a tincture?
We don't know what that is.
A tincture.
He said, like, no, we do not know.
Nah, we don't.
Elaborate.
Okay, so a tincture would be anything that's alcohol based, or aged.
Aged.
Yes, like you can take dry sugar, like cane sugar, and put it on dried plant matter and extract the oil.
Okay.
And that would be considered a tincture. But mostly how tinctures are produced, it would be alcohol.
So you just they give
Ethanol.
you a tincture before they give you the actual CBD product. Is that how it should be, or that? But it's not. That's
it's the
how
most
it should
effective
be.
way.
Yeah.
To consume cannabis products or CBD.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to activate those receptors first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and now you had mentioned earlier, basically, oh, my bad. My legs kind of long, you know what I'm saying? But but now you had mentioned earlier, it being not you make it, not necessarily for the consumers. You know what I'm saying? You just make it because it's a top selling. Now,
No, we do make it for the consumers. I'm saying the profiteers make it for the top sellers.
Oh, okay.
They're for the profit margin.
Okay.
We're for healing the patients.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
now, do you guys, a part of the process, a wise man once said, don't get high on your own supply, but not.
We don't believe in that, do we?
No. That brings up the question, like, do you guys
My boy
have?
high right now. My boy high as hell.
Do you guys test it before you release the product?
Oh yeah. We're all about testing and getting accurate results.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Okay, so you do get high on your own supply.
Well, somebody's got to be the guinea pig, right? But yeah, I do consume cannabis products, and especially my own. Yes.
Okay.
That's dope. Now, let's say if somebody out there wanted to get into, this business, what kind of licensing, what is the process they would have to go through to open up a cannabis extraction company?
Well, they'd have to definitely get gas licensing. Like, let's say,
Gas.
if you operate with pentane or any butane
Okay.
or any volatile hydrocarbons like that, you'd have to get permission from the city. So it's always best to get one where it's been previously, owned by somebody that operated with hydrocarbons. Yeah. So let's say like a candy factory or somebody, and you take over the establishment and say, hey, we're just using the prior accreditations.
Okay.
Yeah. But we're operating at a 1,200 square foot when prior used propane.
Okay, cool. So realistically, that's really all you need is like a gas license? There's not like
it's sort of like a gas license, but that as well as good medical practice. They call it GMP, and it's sort of a badge that's offered in the cannabis industry right now. As far as you're making sure your temperatures are up to date, so you don't have any blowouts, and you make sure that you have good medical practice.
Yeah,
So that's like equivalent to like a liquor license.
Pretty
Like,
much, yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's how normalized the industry is becoming.
Okay.
So it's not really that difficult getting into or starting an extraction business as long as you have those two.
And knowledge
course.
for the
Yeah,
extraction.
of
That's
course.
the most difficult part, I'd say,
Just
because
the knowledge, huh?
yeah, because you're working on very intense levels of psi, and steel components, and you've got metal all around you, and that's the last thing you want to explode because that's shrapnel flying everywhere,
Right. Okay. Now, from seed to flower, how long does that process usually take?
If you're growing organically, that's a year-long process.
A year-long process.
Yeah, because
Wow.
just like any other growing season,
Wow, a year long. So from flower to oil, or from flower to extract?
from seed to extract or
No.
from flower.
So from seed to flower is a year, right? And then now that you have the flower, you turn that into the oil or the extract, right?
Right. Well, once you have the flower, you can, have post-production anytime because what we do, we take the fresh material and deep freeze it or flash freeze it. That way you kind of can use it whenever.
Whenever.
It's best to use it sooner and immediately.
Yeah.
And
If
how
you're
long
using
does that
fresh
process
frozen.
take?
Fresh frozen? The frozen
Yeah.
material?
Yeah.
To flash freeze it?
Yeah.
Just about a day.
Okay.
You freeze in like a day.
Yeah, well, 15 minutes for if you have a high intensity one, like
Yeah.
hours. But yeah, a day's
Wow.
worth. Yeah.
So what I'm pretty much asking is how long does it take to actually turn the flower into an oil?
Into an oil. I can get an extraction done in 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, but then you have to have the right equipment and formulas in your head,
Yeah.
But as far as what we pride ourselves on is the curing process, the inoculation aspect of the extraction. It would take up to a month.
month.
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as shelf life goes, and you need to cure the product.
Yeah.
So you be in there with a lab coat and goggles and everything, huh?
You're a
Goggles and
chemist.
everything.
You're a chemist.
Yeah.
Because one time the goggles,
Jesus.
especially, I learned from prior
Fuck your
era.
eyes up.
Well, that's the thing. I was taking off a closed loop extraction tube, and it popped right into my eye.
Shit.
The
oil?
no, the crystal that forms around it because you're using sub-zero temperatures, it forms
Oh.
ice, almost shards.
Yeah.
And as I went to take it off with I had a bungee cord wrapped around it, a small bungee cord, and it was so crystallized it popped right into my eye, and I learned my lesson from there on.
Yeah.
The eye does not like to be high.
Nah.
Yeah. So I've amended my good medical practice by
Yeah.
adding goggles to the list.
And I had something else I was about to say. You threw me off when you told me you got fucked up. I was about to say something. I forgot about
Trial and
actually.
error, it's real in the cannabis industry,
Oh yeah, for
Oh
sure.
yeah. I feel like that's just about anything.
everything in
You know
life.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But in the cannabis industry, it can spell disaster immediately, if you do have an error.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had so many fails that people would give up in the industry, with the amount of fails that I've had,
So what is a failure? Is a failure like the oil not coming out right? Is it something just blowing up? Like what is exactly what is a failure to you?
Well, a failure, my worst failure was what we call rippers in the industry.
Okay.
And rippers come in and, they take your hard work, and thieves, you know?
Oh, rippers or
Yeah.
thieves.
They would
Oh,
break
okay.
into the establishment, cause damage, you know? It's
And take
crazy.
the fucking weed and shit.
Not just that, but systems, you know, and closed loop systems. If you don't have proper insurance, that can be a hassle,
Yeah.
you know? It's
So,
crazy. So we pride ourselves on self-defense.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So rippers, this is a big problem in the cannabis industry.
Oh yeah, man. People, there's these. It's a group of people that go out and just hit cannabis industry.
No shit.
You know, yeah, operators, because they feel that we can't call the police. You know, and that's why we really need to push federal legality. You know, so that we can be able to, you know,
To
call the
elect
police. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
But even though it's being legal in California, you still can't call the police.
I guess you can to an extent, but you'd have to be abiding every law so that they don't, you know, point their fingers at you. You know.
Exactly. No.
And we do, you know,
Yeah.
so I'll call the police on you real quick, you know.
Go edit that out.
But
No, go ahead, Jay.
I was gonna say, so do you guys have security at least? You know.
Yes, I own a 12-gauge shotgun.
Oh, that's his. That shit. Yeah, all right. Well, that's all the security you need.
You smell it? You smell it?
Yeah, I smell it. I'm hot.
You smell it?
I've gone deaf to the turps.
You don't even smell them no more.
Yeah, the
How
what you
much
guys are
weed
smelling.
gets you high? No, because I'm imagine like one hit ain't doing it. Like a blunt probably not gonna do it for you.
It takes about 2 joints.
Two
I don't
joints
smoke
get you high.
tobacco, so
Oh yeah, two
yeah,
joints.
two
Yeah,
joints.
yeah,
Two
two
joints to
joints.
do me, or I take a dab. Mainly.
And one dab will do it for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
of course, obviously, like the wax is a lot stronger than just like the joint.
Oh
What
yeah.
makes it stronger? Is it because it's more refined? Is it because it's like a direct sort? What is that? Why is wax stronger than smoking the actual flower?
Well, it's a bit of both. You know, it's it gets to you directly, but it's also refined because it's extracted in such cold temperatures that all those you know, cannabinoids really come together and
That's that badass little boy, huh? That's that badass little boy. Speedback.
Let me see.
He signed up. First of all, it's Sunday.
Yeah, like for real. Good looking.
it's
Yeah,
the feet thing.
motherfucker. Yeah, so like why is the actual flower more potent than or why is wax more potent than the actual flower?
There it is. Okay, so the potency of the extracts really depends on the temperature of the hydrocarbon. Okay, so the gas that's going through it.
Mm-hmm.
What we use is a 70-30 butane propane balance, and what that would do would strip all those compounds those active compounds that you're looking for, the THC, CBDs, CBGs, and all of that, fats and lipids included, and it will filter it out and really collects all the best aspects of it and really condenses it into a higher percentage, you know, if you will.
Okay, so
You know?
at the end of the day, it's all about temperatures.
Yeah. for
Everything's
sure.
about temperatures.
It's all about temperatures. Because for example, we use from 0 to -30
Dang.
sub-zero, temperatures. And if you were to go, let's say 0 Kelvin, which would be about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, it would burn the product, you know, because the boiling point of the hydrocarbon would be 0 degrees.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I understand that. I understand that completely. Do you understand that?
I understand that.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Well,
It's simple.
keep going, bro. Yeah, it's
Okay,
simple.
so let's say
real
if you have a glass of water or a pot of water,
Mm-hmm.
and if you were to put something in it, the glass of water would be about 60, 50 degrees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you put a isolate of butane in there, it'll boil immediately because the boiling temperature is 0 degrees. You see? So it's 50 degrees above boiling point.
Yeah.
It's really simple.
Yeah. Makes sense.
He doesn't get it.
Not at all. Don't get it at all. But that's okay though, cause I'm not a chemist. You feel me? I'm not
You
a
just
chemist.
said you was though.
Rewind the tape. Nah, just playing. Nah, but pretty much Javion mentioned something off camera that about the strain. Can we talk about that? No.
Oh yeah.
He said that he wanted to make his own strain, and you said that might take around 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
What is that process
From
like?
scratch.
Yeah, what is that process to create your own strain? Why will it take 10 years? What's that about?
Well, it would take so long because you would have to gather the genetics that you're working with, and really have a plan in your head, because you want to cross two. You can only work with two strains at a time, So year after year of collecting these genetics, you combine them after a while, and it takes 7 years by the time you're finished.
Oh, I understand because each year is one growing season.
Yes.
So you have to wait. Oh, okay,
Yes.
I get it now.
Yes.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you off camera, but since we talking about it, I'll ask you about it off camera. Now you had mentioned, building a strand off of strains you already have already been working on. How long would that take? Not long at all.
Well,
I imagine.
no, it's the same answer applies. It takes about 5+ years.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Really?
Like my
Okay.
father's been working on this strain. It's called Audrey, named after my mother, right? He's been working on that strain.
That's so romantic. That is romantic.
So, for example, it's called Audrey 4 right now because it's been that many, generations, 4 generations of breeding. So, it's got the base genetic is Granddaddy Purple, and everybody knows Granddaddy Purple.
Yeah.
Right? But we've crossed it with Super Silver Haze and White Widow and Blue Dream all, throughout the years, So it's a wonderful strain on its own. And that's what I prefer to extract
Okay.
from seed.
Audrey 4? Or
Audrey.
just, yeah?
Well, anything from seed.
Yeah, okay. Now, let me ask you this. How do you know when, okay, this strain is ready? Is it just because, when you smoke it, it's okay, how do you know, okay, this specific strain is finished, it's ready?
Like for picking or for
No,
breeding?
for example, for breeding. So, how he's making Audrey 4, right?
Okay.
We're now in Audrey 4.
Yeah.
Wasn't Audrey 4 why does he still has to continue the process of creating this strain? When would he know that it's done?
Well, he knows it's done. It's done currently. Okay. It's just what you're saying is when is it proper time for, let's say, pollination?
No, what I'm saying is how do you know you got it? Like, okay, this is it.
Okay,
this is
okay.
it. This is Eureka.
Yeah. When you're satisfied, really. And you don't want to breed too much and go, let's say, 10 generations, because what you would have what we call over hybridization, and you'd start to see defects in the growth production, and leaves that twist on themselves and buds that form in odd places. You don't want to have over hybridization.
And so I imagine the high wouldn't be a good trip.
I haven't experienced, but I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You be tripping out seeing zombies and clowns and shit.
Well,
leprechauns and shit.
So will you guys, let's say if Javion came to you, hey, I want to create a strain. Will you guys assist him in creating a strain? Is that something you guys do or no?
Well, not currently, but I would be interested. Yeah. Yeah.
What's the name of it, Javion? Do you have a name?
strain?
Huh?
Do you have a name for it?
Cardinal OG.
Cardinal OG. That's his last name.
That's my last name.
Cardinal OG?
Cardinal OG.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
We got to find the dope logo for it. I'm going to invest.
Yeah.
They
Cardinal
throw
OG.
the term OG around a lot, but really what it means is just indica.
Yeah.
Everybody know
I
indica's low-key trash, right? Indica's
No.
trash. You're a sativa guy.
I'm a hybrid guy.
I know.
Yeah.
Hybrid.
He's a hybrid guy.
Hybrid. No, hybrid's where it's at, so I've heard.
Yeah.
But
Cardinal.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for example, my father's strain, the Audrey, is an indica dominant hybrid. So it's the perfect 60-40, he says.
yeah.
Because he designed the strain because he was dealing with a lot of pain, and he needs that CBD aspect, that indica, to really ease the pain.
Yeah, and like my strain would be, for athletes who, need like you said, recovery, who go through a lot of pain. They need that, and then on top of that, lack of sleep.
Or putting it out.
Yeah, put you to sleep.
Putting it out.
Yeah.
I feel you.
For sure. But also...
knockout. Ooh.
Hey,
Knockout kush. Knockout kush.
Also, you guys don't want to get high, though, right? That's what you're saying. You want to use the CBD, but...
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah. We won't get high.
I guess not.
No. This is his thing. I'm not... And keep in mind, by the time all this comes to fruition, we might not even still be professional fighters.
I see.
This might come to fruition, who knows?
Yeah, like when we like 30.
We might, we might not be professional fighters. We're still young.
Yeah.
But,
When we retired.
Yeah, nah, but that's dope. That's dope.
Nah, and I think I should just to tap on what he said. Like I think you know that sort of line of work would be like after you've had your career. But I don't see nothing wrong with like you said. It takes time to grow, build the strand. The strain. I don't know why I keep saying strand. The strain. That would be perfect while you're in the middle of your career.
It's still growing. Y'all
it's
working
still
on
growing.
it
You're
still
working on
5
it.
years.
Boom. Yeah. So
By the
then,
time you retire,
by the time
it's
you
ready.
exactly.
And then you just fresh out of retirement, you come out
Boom.
with
You
the
come out with
knockout
that.
push.
Yeah. That. See, we here. Yeah,
There it
I
is.
I like that.
That's
I
how
like
money's made.
that.
This is how money's
Yeah.
made.
Yeah.
Relationships.
Relationship.
Relationships.
Yeah, I need to get
He's
your.
high as
I
hell
need.
because his eyes is closed. His eyes is closed.
Yeah. I need to get your Instagram page for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, for now, you guys, what we offer with Hurtz extracts, we offer a CBD isolate, so that's THC free medicine for you guys. Let's say if you have direct pain on your knee or something, and you want to apply something that's immediate, we've got a balm that
And you just rub it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
for
a
sure.
topical.
No, yeah.
Won't get you
Topical
hot.
is put it on top.
There you go.
I'm a
There
fucking
you go.
thinker, dog.
There
I'm
you go.
smart. So what's the adjustable? This nigga eyes is closed.
I'm listening.
So what would you call something that you ingest or that you put inside your body?
Inside your body, that would, like we
Just
talked
be
about,
regular?
the tincture
Oh, that's
or
a
an
tincture.
edible, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But that's you're
topical.
relying on your intestines to break it down, and that's that CB2 we talked about.
Yeah, but we just need a topical for the knee.
There you go. Yeah.
For the knee. That makes sense. Now, I don't know if I want to mention my idea because I feel like your strain, that's your strain. Nobody could take that. I feel like somebody could take my idea.
Well, somebody can always take your
let's
strain.
keep that off the record because I ain't gonna mention my other idea. We keeping that off the.
Wait, the strain is off the record?
No.
Or you got another idea?
The
Oh, you think I shouldn't say mine?
Yeah,
I'm
if
gonna ask him
if
off
it's the
camera.
same one we talked about off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, then no.
I mean,
Because I'm not. Because the other one we talked about off camera.
We
we
already
did-
know. About
Okay.
You already know
already
too.
Yeah.
But it's another one too, though. I have two ideas.
If it's in the same family, don't even.
You've the point is though to be.
All I
active.
gotta say is Amsterdam.
There you go.
So let's call it that. That's the code name for it. Amsterdam.
Bring Amsterdam to California.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. If you know, you know.
All right. If you don't, then hey, I can't help you.
I
But
can't help you.
I know exactly what you mean. You want you're trying to get that public profit, public market where everyone is your audience instead of just the cannabis consumers.
Yeah, no.
There you
No,
go.
For sure.
And
for
that's
sure.
more so. That's a legality play. We would just have to wait for the right timing as far as that.
Oh yeah, you're preaching to the choir there. I've been playing this weight game for years on federal legality. Those are the
Okay.
most powerful 2 words in my vocabulary.
Federal.
So it's not.
legality.
It's not federal legality. What, in the legal term, what is it? It's not that cannabis is legal. So it's not federally legal, but what is it? What kind of legal is it? Shall I say?
Well, yeah, it is federally legal. Yeah, well, that's what we're striving for. Federal legality means federally legal, and what it would do would allow soldiers to consume cannabis, even.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody.
And but what it would do, what I'm looking for it to do, is ease up on banking so that we can write payroll.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So it have a tax write-off.
Right.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
and more business loans for cannabis.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely more loans. Yeah.
Okay.
But if you know the right people, they've already invested in you. But it's just that they can't really put that.
See, that's a
money in the
whole
bank.
nother conversation because so as of right now, if you wanted to start, let's say if you needed funding for a cannabis business, it would have to be all angel investors and all equity partners.
Before federal legality.
Yeah.
Yes, but they're taking a high risk dealing with you. Yeah.
All equity. Do you guys, if somebody wanted to invest, would you guys be willing to give equity or no?
Man.
It depends because we already have an endorser.
Chill out, dog. Chill
but but
Let me get 0.5%, dog. Come on, I got $20. Let me get 0.5%, dog.
no, I feel where you're coming from. But what I'd recommend for you is stocks, man. Hemp stocks.
Yeah, cannabis stocks. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that.
Not just cannabis, but hemp stocks.
Hemp stocks.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long do you think it's gonna take for it to be federally legal? Because some states like New York, I think New Jersey just
Right.
legalized it, right?
Virginia, New Mexico. Yeah.
You own it.
And I think that the the sooner it comes, you're saying when do I think it's gonna come?
Yeah, like time from like 10 years, more 10 to 20.
Oh no,
Not
I
that
really
long.
I really hope not. But I would say I would hope for 6 to 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but the politics and politicians are projecting 2024, and that's only 3 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's good news. Huh?
Yeah, that is great news for me.
Yeah.
And that federal legality opens up the door for everyone, really, and not just people that are active right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody can become part of the industry, even as consumers. They're still very important.
Now, once it became legal here, out in California, how did that affect you guys?
Well, it's always been legal. In California, underneath, I believe it's 4 ounces. You can have.
Oh, okay.
But in California, as far as legality goes, I haven't had a problem.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't
then again, I don't break the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow every regulation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest pushback right now? Like for those fighting against it?
I would have to say state borders.
State board.
Yeah, state borders, because it varies by law and state by state. You're in Colorado and you're totally green light, then you step over to Kansas and I get arrested for a joint. It's crazy.
I see.
Especially they say if you're even just driving through or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
My father was in Washington, Bellingham, but he flew over Oregon, right, with his medical, marijuana. And they said that was the only reason why they didn't revoke it, because he flew over a green state, into a green state. Yeah. And they said, we got to leave you alone because you didn't technically break any laws,
So you can fly with it too.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The homie works at TSA. He's one of the TSA agents, so he knows about like the exact amount that you could bring on a plane. And all type
I was
of
about to
shit.
say your point. You say that to say, huh? You just say.
All right, y'all. That's episode. Nah. But
Yeah, it's almost that time.
we will have to wrap it up, man. We will have to bring you back on and
Definitely.
dig more into
Definitely,
like
real
the
soon.
legalities and like the more business sides whenever you have a chance. And shit, hopefully when all this is over with.
You want to show the jar real quick or not?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So he brought a sample for the trenches.
This is just a sample, yeah.
Little sample. This is a sample, y'all.
You got some paper?
Yeah, let me see.
You want me to roll it up? I'll roll it up right now.
I don't have any papers
I'm
on
just
me.
playing.
I can hold that.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
He said that's me.
What is this called?
This is called Ice Cream Man. The strain is Ice Cream Man.
Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, this
Ice
isn't my
Cream Man.
father's genetics, but
It's not
no,
sticky icky.
Yeah.
very decent dark buds there.
I want to smell it. Here, smell it.
Dark bud. Want some Gio? So y'all grew this.
Oh yeah, I grew it specifically, but that's
Has a good sense of it.
yeah, it's supposed to be an earthly, inviting scent instead of more of an abrasive
Yeah,
scent.
it make you. It make you.
Exactly.
It don't make you back up and make you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Got the crystals you was talking about.
Yeah.
You're not playing.
No.
You out here.
Yeah.
You out here for real. Say I'm out here for real.
I'm out here for
Brief-
real.
My boy.
Now,
Nah,
brief,
hell yeah.
briefly explain. What is the orange we see?
The orange right there, those orange hairs
Uh-huh.
are the ripeness in the bud.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how you know when it's ready to pick, is when
Okay.
you see those orange hairs. And what we go for is a 60-40.
Okay.
Yeah, and with orange hairs,
Okay.
And once you see those, it pretty much indicates that the bud it's at its full potential, And once it reaches that potential, it starts to go down,
You gotta be
in
on it.
potency. Yeah, you got to really be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
every
it's-
day you're fucking watching.
There it is. And as far as extractions go, you really want that peak, resin production. and then you get it from there in fresh frozen and extract it.
Boom. There it is. Yeah, y'all. Like I said, we're gonna have to dig more into because, like I said, this is a
It's
billion
a lot
dollar
more we
industry.
could talk about, but yeah,
And
for sure. For
we got to
sure.
get on it now because the gold rush left us past, but the green rush we're not gonna get left behind on the green rush. People are already making billions of dollars from this. So, But yeah, this has been episode 24 of the Children of the Trenches podcast with your host Anthony Finesse Hess
And Javon and Professor Cardinal.
And Hurtz Extracts.
Hurtz Extracts.
Hurtz Extracts.
And we out here.
Yerp.
Children of the Trenches.